the interface on the MaxiSys Elite, the Autel MaxiSys Elite. Apologies, guys, up front, because we are using TeamViewer so we can record it with clarity, but as a result, it's a little bit laggy. So you can see the diagnostics hot button, service hot button. ADAS doesn't actually come standard with Elite, but it is a very, very good and comprehensive system if you're ever interested in looking at one. Shop Manager is the workshop's details. Data Manager is for data that you've kept on customer files. Settings is obviously the setup. I'm going to quickly take you into the service hot function. You can see, so you've got headlamp, clutch, odometer, changing tyre size, trans adaptation, airbag resets, oil resets, your electronic park brake, TPMS, batteries, brakes, DPF, but really, really easy to find. It's almost like driving a mobile phone. I'm not going to go into it because I'm not actually hooked up to a vehicle right now. I'm just going to take you through the other screens just quickly. Updates, just like your mobile phone. So we've actually got one sitting there ready to do now. Really simply, I'm going to update that. And then I'm going to continue going through. PCI Manager obviously is to talk to the communications device hooked up to your OBD port. Support. Now, support, I'll quickly go into it. So we can actually go in and query different complaints that other people have had with vehicles, etc. Communities, ask anyone that's in the Autel community about potential problems that they've found and ways that they've gone around fixing it, and then the training side. Academy, some videos in there on how to actually use the device, just general videos. Remote desk is what we're actually using to control the device right now. So we're actually plugged in via TeamViewer. Now the great thing is, guys, if you've actually got a software problem or a vehicle that you can't service, we can actually log in via TeamViewer and find out what's going on remotely, like we're doing right now. Quick link just takes you to some databases like I don't think Voice is on here, but there's quite a few different databases you can go on. It takes you directly to a web browser, sorry, so you can have a look at a whole heap of information available. Function Viewer, this is really, really cool. Function Viewer, you can actually find out if the scan tool can actually do a particular service on a vehicle or a particular function before the car even gets in there. So we're a MaxiSys Elite. We can start having a look at we're just going to choose an alpha for the exercise, 156. And we can actually see what functions we can and can't do before the car even comes through the doors. Just hop back out. Don't you know it? We're rebooting because of the update. So to be continued in the next video, guys. Okay, so we've done our program update, and cool enough, we've actually got 27 vehicle updates in here. So I've actually left this on to show you just how often and how many updates are coming through. So you can see the date on here is the 6th of August 18, 7th of August 18 on the Honda, 2nd on the AU Ford, Volkswagen on the 9th of August. I'll just keep scrolling. Now these updates come through almost weekly. And with this tool, you get 2 years free updates as part of the package. You get the point, yeah? I'll just scroll to the bottom. All right, so we were up to last little screen here. So digital inspection. So you can actually buy a bore scope that connects directly into your scan tool. So no need for another screen. It plugs in directly via USB, and obviously an oscilloscope as well. 4-channel oscilloscope plugs straight into it. That's really the nuts and bolts of the interface. And in the next little bit, we'll go into the diagnostics. So we're going to dive into this Triton and go through some of the diagnostic screens. We can either try the automatic VIN search. We can actually do it on this vehicle, but it's only a 2-month-old vehicle. So whilst it'll actually detect the VIN, it can't decode the information. It's too late a model at this stage. So we're just going to go in and select manually. So here we have the automatic selection versus manual selection. So we are at 2018 Mitsubishi Motors Australia. And we are going to go for KL Series Triton. Now, being a 2018, it doesn't have it completely up to date in here, but obviously the latest spec we can find. It's a 4N15, it's a KL, and it's a JYU. Just confirming the vehicle profile, yes. So it can take you into the service hot function and go directly in that way, or into the diagnosis or programming. So if we're going to program any new injectors, we've got 2 different options here. We can either go for an auto scan, which is like a health check, or we can go into each individual system and check each portion individually. We're going to go back and do a complete health check. And we've actually been playing around with this car and making sure it's got some fault codes there. So we're expecting to see some issues there, so don't be alarmed if we get a whole heap of faults. Going through and testing every part of the ECU and different control modules. So you can actually do a health check on every car that came through the door. A lot of workshops now charging out a data fee every time that they have a car come through the door, and that's actually to help pay for their scan tools and updates as required. So we can either do a quick erase, or we can do a report. We can save that file, or we can print directly from the device. Actually, just going to just click on one. You can read the codes. This little freeze button here will actually give us an indication of what time and place, and sometimes even little snippets of information of how it happened. I'm just going to go back and let's go up into the engine fault codes. Now we've literally tripped one up just for the fun of it, and if we hit the freeze function, we can see the odometer when it occurred. We can see the elapsed time from when it first tripped, which was 75 minutes ago, and 13 minutes ago when it tripped again. Erase codes. And then obviously you can then go into special functions, live tests, active tests, and live data. And hey presto, here we are. So we're just going to pick a few there, and again, go in and select graph or bar chart, further information, so on and so on. So that's a really quick overview of the functions of the diagnostics. Just going into a little bit more detail about active tests and special functions. So if we go into the special functions here, we can see provisional DTCs, injector readouts, learned values, DPF regen, IPT, in-use performance track, something they use in America for emissions checking. Active test, quite a few different screens here. I won't run through them all, I'll just leave them up on screen so you can have a good look over them. Let's go into a different system. Quite extensive. How deep do you want to go? Steering angle sensor, of course. Special functions, SAS calibration. So as you can see, it's quite a complex, deep diving service tool. Probably one of the most comprehensive that I'm aware of in the marketplace. If you've got any questions, guys, you know where to find me. Craig at sabtool.com.au is my email address, or sabtool.com.au is the website. And we'll talk soon. Thanks very much for watching.